Hello, everybody. This is Lisa Helton. How are you? I am excited to be talking to the executive PTA for Pinellas County Schools. You all are very dedicated people, and I appreciate the opportunity for you to listen and connect with me today. I've been really working hard to try to find a way to help your school system. And there are so many different needs in different schools that are throughout your system. And I know I'm not telling you anything new, but one of the issues in Florida that's different than everywhere else is that there are no resource centers according to regions. And in some states throughout the nation that I work with, there are education consortiums, and the principals and superintendents gather there within different districts, and the experts, and I'm considered an expert in educational leadership and in human development and societal change, which is how to grow your school, how to grow your organization. And so what we do is work with those consortiums and help those principals make progress in their leadership, and also to develop their teachers, and then build a really good school culture where it's very family oriented, and most importantly impacts the kids. Not only are they achieving academically, but they're thriving holistically in every area of their life. And so we work with schools, finding out, tailor making programming and developing support systems, finding out what results that they're hoping to get, that they're not getting, where are the disconnects, and where do we need to make progress. And we know that there's always that need, always the need to grow, always the need to develop, but definitely to bring into awareness a clarification on your vision, and then how you're going to accomplish that vision, what results you want to get that you're not getting, and then how to accomplish those results. And so in my former days, I was a school teacher and became a school principal and a superintendent, and then helped develop schools from the ground level. I was a school founder and developed college preparatory schools, and then got into consulting later on. After those schools were thriving, I wanted to help other people in other school districts thrive. And so I got into consulting with Educator Circle. And so right now my focus of support is in Florida. I happen to have relocated here because of a miracle in our family, and just amazing things happen. And so I live here now. And I have been working and finding out about your school system. You have an amazing school system, an amazing superintendent, educators. And what is so unique about you all is that you have a structure with your parent group that's unlike anything I've seen. So you have your PTAs, and then you have your executive PTA. So I am excited to know that you're structured this way. I am coming to you to introduce myself this morning, and wanted to provide an opportunity. I prepared some slides, and I've given them to Maria. I'm going to try to pull them up here on Zoom and share my screen with you in just a minute. And but one of the things that we're hoping to accomplish is a way of bringing all the stakeholders together, and whatever we're able to do with the schools, the parents are working and participating in that along the way. Now, there has been a horrible thing that's happened, not just in America, but across the world with this pandemic. So we have to pull together everybody as we are approaching things. So that's a little bit for this reason for me coming to you today and for this meeting. I'm going to try to share my screen and pull up some slides a little bit. So first of all, I just want to say hello again and thank you for taking time to share with me. Education in general, no matter what we're doing with kids, just wanted to take a few minutes to let you know that we are always going to need to work on our processes when we're using technology. We have no way of monitoring the effectiveness of the learning programs with the children currently as they are. So one of the things that you'll see a child doing is, this is a cute little cartoon that displays it. If you can see it there, there's a teacher in school leaning over saying, today you're going to spend less time breaking into the school back office website, redirecting air traffic, sending encrypted messages overseas, and more time working on the lesson. So what, in essence, that's a funny way of saying that we've got brilliant children to do so many other things, but we're choosing things. There's two different things this says, that we're choosing things for them to work on that's sometimes busy, and yet they're at higher levels and we're not developing them and working with them for the times. That's one thing. And then the other thing is that kids know so much about technology, we don't know if they're working on their academics or not at the level that they need to be. So that's just sort of a funny way of saying that. So with Educator Circle, there is a lot of programming and support system to see that the kids do and thrive, and they really have fun with it and think they're playing a game. So there's legislative changes coming down the pike, and Florida has not gotten in session yet, but across the nation, other assemblies have already met, and there is big changes. So, and it's impacting many different things. So but there are opportunities right now for growth and improvement. This can be used as a good situation. So the fear with the teachers and the parents, we need to have a platform and a vehicle for communication right now and opportunities to bring people together. In the other states that I'm working with, there are no parents involved in any of this, and the parents are finding out on the back end. But we need to get the parents involved, because there's going to be a mass exodus from the school districts and the school systems to home instruction, because parents are not comfortable sending their children to school. And the teachers, there's issues specifically with teachers that are going on where they're fearful. So we need to jump out ahead of this, and we need to create vehicles. And I am creating an opportunity for you all to partner, the PTA to partner in creating this vehicle and having these systems already established. One of the things that I believe strongly in is that every form of brokenness carries with it a seed of greatness. No matter what, there's going to be something great come out of it if you allow that to happen and if you have the right mindset and the focus. So one of the things that we'll notice is school districts, when we're working with school districts, a lot of them claim research practices, that they use research practices, and they have this on their websites. They'll say, oh, we are using, for example, like Pinellas, the Marzano method. This is what we do. And we use these teacher evaluation methods, and this is what we do. But the bottom line is, most of that research, the people who developed it did it based on research. They didn't do it based on developing schools and meeting needs of kids and how to tailor these things towards a specific group of kids, because every kid has something different. All the parents know this. Anybody who has more than one child, the personalities are different, the needs are different, their development's different. And so you have to have educators who know how to address this so that all the children are thriving, not just busy in school, and that they need to enjoy school. The more they love it, the more effort they're going to put in, and the more they're going to make progress and be ready for a society to handle the changing world. We have schools the same way as when you and I were younger and in school, and they need to be different. They need to be different because the needs of the world are different. We are in the information age now. We're not in the industrial age. So this is what we do, working with school leaders, working with teachers to make sure those children, our children, are thriving. And we do it by focusing on power standards. And the thing is most people don't even know what power standards are and how to use them. And they don't know what a 5-star school is. You know, do you have growth? Is your leadership excelling? And do they have core capacity within that leadership? And that includes the parent leadership. You know, what are your outcomes and how are you going to get the outcomes that you desire? And do you plan on that? And what's the workplace like? Is it a dynamic workplace where people are supporting one another, where people are going the extra mile for children? And what systems do you need to put in place in order to accomplish those things? That's a 5-star school. And how are parents facilitating the growth and continuing it? And working together with the district. So what support systems do we have in place for the key players? Do we just throw them out there and just say, good luck, guys, this is what you went to school for, this is what you get paid for? Or do we have a way of a vehicle, a platform for them to have ongoing development in relationship with all the stakeholders? And that would include the parents. And so we want to have people are leaving the profession like you would not believe. They're going through school, they're staying in definitely less than 5 years, the new group coming out. And we have to find a way to change that, to help them to have successes and to want to be committed. So what I'm asking today is that the parents provide the opportunities for partnership with the district leadership and the teachers, that we involve all the stakeholders. And if you have a business and you don't evolve, and we know a lot of you have different businesses, Lawrence, Maria, you guys are in the home health business, you know you've had to adjust. If you don't adjust or evolve, then you know that business is going to go bankrupt. And that's no different than schools. The schools stay the same, they don't adjust, they don't evolve, and therefore there are issues that we can't go back and fix later. And so with this opportunity now, enrollment, if you want to keep enrollment up, if you want to keep your students and your parents committed to the school, there's going to need to be some changes addressed in the wake, especially of COVID-19. No matter what, there always needs to be growth. And usually what we do, traditional programming you may have heard about, as we work with other schools. Specifically, I do something about leadership development, and we still have that. We still have the 5-star schools with 5-star classrooms. We still have visioneering, helping people realize their vision and how to accomplish it, how to get those outcomes. And we still tailor make programming. I like this image here where it shows the person measuring the chest of the gentleman here, because that's you have to create programming and content and support systems based on what each individual needs. And so what I'm asking you today as the executive PTA in partnership with Educator Circle is that you help me create a support system for all the educators through this COVID-19 process. We want leadership support sessions designed that are actually sponsored by the parents, and that we would facilitate them via Zoom sessions for right now, because we still cannot meet together live. So we want to establish communication channels, and which would mean that we would have a Facebook group for them, and we would have an email that they receive encouragement, and they receive support systems. But the difference in just working strictly with the district, as I am, and those vehicles are going out, we would involve all the other stakeholders. And that's where you come in. You would have opportunities with parents, and we would have mastermind groups. So one of the suggestions, and here's my contact information. There's my email. It's my professional email. You've got my personal email too, drlisahelton@gmail.com. But my LinkedIn profile is there, and the website, I have not put the website on here, which is crazy. Let me type it in real quick. It's educatorscircle.com. Okay. And so that way you can see that. I'm going to save it now, and I can actually pull it up for you if you need to, but you will notice that Educator Circle works with schools and other organizations outside of schools to transform people, schools, and organizations to more. And when we speak specifically about Educator Circle, it's for educators who love their work and want to get better. And that's what this is about. And I know I'm going to stop share now. So that's just a little bit of the program. I know you're going to want to, or a little bit of me, who I am. I wanted you to get a chance to meet me and to connect with me, even though it's via Zoom. I can't see your faces and you don't have an opportunity to ask questions, but I wrote a little something up for Maria to read to you, a little letter, and then provided some slides separate from this, even though they're the same slides. That way, if you want to go back and revisit those things without listen to my whole video. So if you would today approve this as a board, and then get a committee together of folks that could work with me and how we might implement this process, that would be amazing. We could get started. I'm working with the Commissioner of Education right now and other legislators, getting ready to do some broadcasts with them so that we can stay out ahead of this. And I want Pinellas County, and I know you do too, to be ahead of the game, to use this as an opportunity for growth, and to build relationships within your community where everybody pulls together and does whatever it takes to help our children. So it's been so great to be with you today, even though it's via Zoom, via the computer. And I look forward to getting to know all of you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.